Chapter 8, New Horizons, 4th of the Astral Moon. Oh shit! It's a wizard. Good mythical morning. It's well past noon. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's not only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time, I've actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And, did it work? No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not easy to get to. Theopractically it is. Theopractically? Practically in theory, duh. Ah, that makes sense. I get it. You do? Yeah, I totally do. Interesting and suspicious. Mayhaps you are also a person of magic. Well, I do make magical drinks. Enchanted mixology. That indeed is a niche. Hey, Innkeeper, did something you make ever explode? Occasionally? Heck yeah, welcome to the club. I think I blow something up at least once or twice a week. I'm Hex, by the way. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you too. Just Innkeeper for now. Alright, well then, Innkeeper, how about a super wheezy breezy drink for me? Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something, something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me better understand the primordial vortex. Gotcha. So he wants something like intelligence-y. Yeah. Brain food. Alright. Do we just have the one? Yeah. Alright, Sparkling Nebula it is. So, I have a theory. I think that our person, we're so cagey about who we are, and we've got this little dragon companion guy. I think maybe, like, we are, like, a former god or something. Like, we gave it up because we wanted to be mortal or something. We're like, we'll just go run a tavern. I don't really feel like doing this whole being a god thing. And so that person they met was like, hey, yeah, I met this dude, and he was like, blah, 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 haha, you're just being like a normal person, like, good luck with your stupid tavern, I hope you enjoy the fireworks. And then all the stars fell out of the sky. So, like, whoever this person was that we knew that the stars were about to fall out of the sky, which isn't, like, either they made it happen themselves, like, as, like, a mortal person, or, like, anyway, that's just my feeling. I just have, like, a little bit of a inkling that that might be where this is going. Like, maybe we're a dragon. That would be cool. This should boost your focus, like nothing else. Amazing. I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater to... Never mind. The explanation would be too complex to grasp. So what complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex? Getting away from the other smartest person in Asteria. And who would that be? Does it matter? You tell me. My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with all her theories. They're so reasonable, you know? No chaos, but there has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. Whoa, who's this guy? Structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there's no chaos, and thus, there'd be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in this world. And you are... Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad. And to you, Innkeeper. Innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I'm I suppose you could call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. At least I used to be. Now I'm undead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to still be conscious. So, you're undead? Precisely. How? Well, I passed on, and then one day I rose from my grave. It was like a long sleep, completely knackered for 1,000 years. At least, I believe it's been 1,000 years. What year is it? 1755. Bleep! That's brutally long. So, how did you come back to life? I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing had happened. I thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness. And alas, didn't care. Those who'd risen with you? There are more out there like you? Of course, undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master. Right. However, I decided not to bother with that and go on my own way. Going south, I passed through Zoford and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I'd never been a fan of seafood. Though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip. Care to fill me in on that Zoford gossip? Well, apparently, a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. But there's more. Fishermen hear that Zoford has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly into the waves and the moon all night. And during the day, they disappear like ghosts. A bit of a weird curse. Fitting for any sea witch or sailor's tale. Innkeeper, say, do you have a drink for this undead fella? A drink and a mop? Just a drink. I won't be needing the mop. If you say so. What would you like? Something that'll loosen this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal. Coming right up. Oh man, what do we feed to an undead? Free charisma. Okay. We could do this 1,000 winds thing. Or we do sunny breeze. Let's do this one again. That'll be good. Oh, how did we decide was the best way to do this? There's like one that gives like 2 pluses to intellect, right? It's this one. There. Oh. So then we just need to put one of those in. And a bunch of charisma. Here you go, bud. A real charmer just for you. Jolly. I feel like I can conquer worlds with my words. Oh. Oh? Not that I would ever do that. I care more about the words than the worlds. Archivist things, you know. I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris. Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one. Come on now, that type hardly counts. Agreed. It's only natural. Oh, I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man. I did? Yes, I can enhance the aging process of cells. The incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asks if you've seen me, no, you didn't. Thanks, bye. Wow. What a weird kid. Energetic young fella. Indeed. If you don't mind, Innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. Of course. Hey, Fable's back. Hey, Innkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently, a bunch of lost crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all the destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies, my manners. It's impolite to burst into a conversation just like that. I'm Scully. Fable. Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. That's alright. I was just surprised that you could actually talk. Oh, no offense. I thought, usually... None taken. Usually skeletons don't speak. Theopractically, they don't. Theopractically? Practically, in theory. Exceptions confirm the rule. You sound like a wizard. Please don't say that. Okay, let's pretend I didn't. Scully, how did you like her drinks? Surely an experience. I can feel it gargling in my bones. Sometimes they do that. Could you make me a drink, Innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds, or they'll give up immediately. Of course, coming right up. Alright. I don't know why they can't just ask for a Swift Strike, because every time they ask for the exact same thing. But Fable's actually, like... I'm coming around to Fable, slowly. Probably because of the redemption arc that they're on, but still. I hope this tastes refined enough. This is perfect. You know what I need, Innkeeper. Of course I do. After all, you're a regular. I'm not gonna say my favorite regular. I don't know what I'd do without your tavern. Plant zucchini? Probably. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping out, I do, but I think the sooner everyone can get back to normal life, the better. You perhaps need a hand. I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences. Sure, I could use some help carrying a few things over to Tregern. My treehouse is just around the corner. Splendid, sounds like quite a useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge. Thank you. Innkeep, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put these to good use. So you accept donations for ingredients? Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself. What about the recipes themselves? It's always good to get more inspiration. Wonderful. In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I recall my assistant's favorite recipe. Do you store it under your hat? Of course. Where else would I keep it? Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe. Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way with Fable. But I'll come back, should I not crumble to a pile of bones from one day to the next. Let's hope not. I won't, I'm just joking around. I hope. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Being attacked by a moth, like in real time, you guys. I can't believe it. Okay. Moth averted. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you so much. See you around. Let's go, Scully. No time to lose. Nice. Found an empty bar once more. Whoa, look at the cloak! That I was able to witness such a rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate. You would even get excited about a rusty nail. Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process. Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust be my least favorite of them. Ruins a lot of hard work. Does it now? Yep, makes everything porous. Oh. Kyle, Rhea, nice to see you both again. Likewise, dear Innkeeper, how's your day been? Can't complain, had some interesting customers today. Ah, like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in. Distinguished, yeah. Gentleman, don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. What makes you a gentleman? Manners. He was quite polite, I recall. Greeted me with a tip of his hat. You find everyone polite, even your slime. But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What peculiar wall clock you have there. I feel I've seen it somewhere before. It looks just like the clock in Evelyn's living room. It reminds me of all the times I impatiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Do you know if that is her clock by any chance? I think it might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about that now, shall we? Okay. Say, Innkeeper, did you read that letter? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right now. Not yet, no. Tragic. I've always loved writing letters. Innkeep, you got a drink for me, something that'll make me tougher. So I can get through today's babbling. Of course. Let's see what this winter snow thing is. Ooh. As opposed to... Let's do this one. I'm excited. Let's try this. Alright, so what can we use? We don't need that. That would do. Do this. So that gets us out of doing the charisma, then we just need one more of the agility. And 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. A first snow. I'm excited. See what this looks like. Ooh, look how fancy. Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragon. Well, thank you. I gave it my best. Can taste that. I feel sturdier already. I had my doubts about you, Innkeep, but I must say, you know your job. So, how's the day been for you two? The usual. Splendid! It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun. And how did you like it? It was brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Rhea and I took a day trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it in full daily life. There were so many people. Too many. Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid, it almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape. Is that the cape? The cape of invisibility? It absolutely is. How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Baruvia now? Huh? Why would we want to go there? That was the deal. I get you your cape, so you can attend the fancy Baruvian vampire banquet, and I get me gold's worth. Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that? No? What about me material then? Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a while longer, though? Ugh, fine. Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be vampire. I've got my cape back and I can walk under the sun like the mortals do. Say, Innkeeper, what if I thought of a new drink? One that tastes just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight feel on your skin. That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already. Sunrise, wow. Ah, wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in the sunlight as well. Do you know how she's doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit? You shouldn't. I should. The air smells like reconciliation. Do you think that's a good idea? It ain't. It is. Kyle, you stolen your cape. Do you think she'll greet you with open arms? You know what I'd do if me ex-husband stole me hammer? What? Take it and smash all he holds dear. No one takes what's mine. But this cape is mine. Is she of the same opinion, you think? Oh. Maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. All she'd have to do is ask. Oh, my undead Evelyn. There has never been a wish of hers I turned down. And I wouldn't to this day. I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose my mind. Well, yeah, I know. Oh, how much I miss her. My heart is aching. If that's all, maybe one day she'll reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her even more looking toward the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a gasp away. Maybe a drink could help for now. Oh, would you do that? A drink for me? Of course. Something strong, please, dear Innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon. I wonder if we can make him this new drink that he got for us. Peak Sunrise. Nope, that's not it. Sailor's Courage. We haven't made this yet. You know what? We're just gonna make a Southern Brawler. This is what this guy likes anyway. We know that. 1, 2, 3. And one of these. Seems to agree with him, so. Boom! I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. It does. Thank you, dear Innkeeper. Why don't you tell the Innkeep more about your day, Right. I suppose I wasn't done. Where was I? Your trip to the capital. Busy streets, bustling with people. Roots. 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 We admired the roots that enclose the city almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating. For once, gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true. Myths? Myths. I've told you, rumor has it that these are the roots of the Aether Tree. Breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital. Ah, yes, very good defense plan indeed. What is wood going to do to protect a city? A city is protected with stone. Oh. I was never very involved in fortification efforts. I figured. Oh! Oh? We've also met the lovely Seraph again. How are our investigations coming along? Very well. She seems eager and determined. A detective spirit. Believe the last made her way to Dalwell. She seems to be on to something. I can't wait to hear the story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to town and check out the antiques dealer? Boy, why? I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times. Very well then. But you won't munch on the shopkeep, will you? Of course not. I'm well satisfied from the Innkeeper's creation. Alright then, let's go. Goodbye, Innkeep. Enjoy your shopping spree. Who is this person? Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minty in the flesh. Hello, my darling innkeeper. It's good to see you again. It certainly has been a while. Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right? I'll bet it's 25 years soon, actually. Ah. You know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good that you have me drop in from time to time to remind you, I couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. Is that these two little friends? I guess there's one under our arm too, I just realized. Do you cute service beasts still get a discount here? Always. So what's brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more moist. Ha! No, not the word I would use. But something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my taste. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is the other, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before. Though the scenery has always been worth a struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not that I had to pay so much attention to not endanger myself and my sweet service beasts. You've told me of your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events have made it worse. Oh, well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda's stairs is a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing their job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about the development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. No, really. Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the Lonesome Lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting, then. Thank you. Though, while the pearls might be my main objective, I decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, Innkeeper. A good drink? No, my manuscript, darling. I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Ah, of course. I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing things, you see. Since it's been so long, I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad to have such a reliable friend to proofread my work. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells to remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after the journey. I'll do my best. Refresh my mind after the journey. Should we try this one? Peak Sunrise? Why not? Let's see. What can we use? We'll do this. Yeah, because we don't need this. Alright, so just one more intelligence. And then we need 2 agility. And 1 charisma. Peak Sunrise. Ooh, that's a pretty drink. Look at it, it's got a little mountain at the bottom. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. Ah, I missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think they might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down real quickly. Take your time. So, while I enjoy your mixology, no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it more if you could recall the location of my precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at for almost half a century whilst my library came to be? Certainly. It should be just below this pile. No, wait, I put it over there, actually. Alright, given this ongoing battle with your organizational habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in about 7 days, and then I can tell you about my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript. My proofread manuscript. That would be helpful. Good. It was nice to see your weary face again, Innkeeper. Likewise, Minty. Have a safe and pearl-full journey. Ha! I'll try. Oof. 7 days should be enough to read a manuscript, right? Holy shit, what are we doing here? It must be the Zoford thing, right? Zoford, rumor has it, an archmage is looking for their familiar. Animals interested in nighttime vista. Surely only a sea witch can be responsible for this. That's gotta be it, right? Oh, they're... like, this two go together. Okay, I see. They're pretty much helping us. The lively port of City of Zoford is known not only for its docks, but also for its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found, but it's a big city and there must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of a sea witch who cursed Zoford's docks? Cool. Is that the end of the day? Yeah. All right. Fed Andu, we've swept the floor, and we blow out a candle. Cool. All right, so we're on to chapter 9. Crossing, or part 9? I don't know. Act 2, part 9. And we'll be on the 5th of the astral moon. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here for a bit. I've got a couple things I want to do today. I'm supposed to go hang out with my nephew for a bit. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.